My name on the letter, why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Talk Lately right here on BeExposedRadio.com at 7:01. I'm joined by the Artist Exchange Radio.
I said don't say my name on this particular show.
Nate Couser. His show comes on Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. We're only on BeExposedRadio.com. You still off the camera. I mean, what is going on?
I'm not off the camera because you moved the camera. You moved
Where it was positioned, I wasn't on the camera.
Because you sitting all the way on Calvert Street.
Why you always gotta be a jerk?
That's crazy. So what happens if there's a guest? So this person not gonna be able to be seen? No. Because you moved the camera all the way over there. I could be this audio. I'm fine with that. That's how they treat people who've been here for
let's just get you out of the way
years.
real quick. What's going on in your world?
What's going on in my world? Let's see. I don't know. Work. Finding grants. Trying to be a working artist. Taking care of people's bad children. Had 3 scheduled parent-teacher conferences. None of the parents showed up. I mean, I wasn't surprised because one of the mothers told me she was getting her hair done when I first called her. So, yeah, that's just what it is. So, you know, all the uproar and hoopla when somebody punk your child and punch them in their face, then, and I ain't gonna do that. But I'm just saying, when one of the teachers punch your child, then it shouldn't be anything said because you didn't make yourself available for a conference.
You're gonna punch somebody's child. That's
I wouldn't punch nobody's child. I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
Did you hear it? I mean, I'm not alone in here.
I said when someone.
Monique's over there too.
And I also prefaced that by saying I wouldn't personally punch a child, maybe in defense, but I would never punch a child just outright.
Maybe in defense.
In defense.
Okay. I was just trying to clarify.
If a child punch you, what you gonna do?
See, I'm big enough to not comment on the suggestion that I would do anything. So right now, what you people know is that I would do nothing.
Okay.
What they would know at the hospital is something different.
Well, I'm just saying, that's how it is sometimes. Take care of your children before they're in the hospital.
So I wanted to just let you guys know what we're going to be talking about today on the show. Number one, I have to get into talking about Zsa Zsa Binks, a.k.a. Bowl, a.k.a. somebody else that you don't know. But you will know her today. Abolishing, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea to abolish the Electoral College. I want to talk a little bit about that, as well as maybe a little bit of climate change. I got a PSA that's going to happen at the end of the show by one of our former radio personalities here at BeExposedRadio.com. She's still a big friend of the show. Tracy Jiggins, the magical Negro. She did a very excellent piece about black men. And, what?
I'm listening.
She did an excellent piece about black men on Facebook. A nice video that we're going to show at the end of the show. Also want to get to the state senator Flowers of Arkansas. She did this is how I want my Congress people to be. Just like her. An opinionated, strong. She did this rant. It was a rant. It was a rant. Like, nobody can say that it wasn't a rant, but it was a rant about guns in Arkansas, where she was very combative with her chairperson. She was the vice chair. So we're going to talk about, I'll show you that video too a little bit later in the show. I didn't watch the documentary Leaving Neverland, but I've seen some opinions on it.
I mean, what you've seen as commentary, that was basically what it was.
What I've seen as commentary.
Yeah, it wasn't no proof. They ain't have no evidence. It was just a bunch of parents talking about how devastated they were that they trusted this man with their child for nights and weekends and overnight, and how shocked they are that this man that they had no blood relationship to, that they allowed their child to spend the night over his house, would allegedly molest their child.
But you had also the accounts of those children.
These grown people who, as a child, said he did nothing. In the trials is why he never got arrested, because these children testified that he never touched them or molested them. And the money that he paid off, like most celebrities, they paid off many of these families just to keep it out of the tabloids. It never vindicated him, but it did keep most of it out of the tabloids until he died. So I'm just saying, I never heard of him being a choreographer. Apparently he's this world-renowned choreographer, but hey, I'm not a dancer, so I wouldn't know his dance
one of the
career.
kids?
Yes, one of the grown men. He's not a kid.
I mean, one of the kids that said something happened to them.
No,
they weren't kids at the time.
No, as a child, that's why he didn't get arrested, because that's why he wasn't arrested and charged or sent to jail, because the child said he didn't do it. As a grown man, he is now saying that he has Stockholm Syndrome and that he is recanting his story. Even though there have been plenty of other children like Macaulay Culkin who has said none of those things were true, and that he never molested him.
I can't believe a word that Macaulay Culkin say at this point in my life, because you never know the reason why he went downhill could have been stemmed from this reaction with Michael Jackson.
No, it was because of his parents being greedy and spending all of his money.
That's not the reason why you become a cokehead. That's
exactly the reason. His parents were too. It's been documented.
The money is still there. He's still wealthy. His
parents, because he got emancipated from his family.
Right.
But a judge will never emancipate you from your family.
But then you can never tell me that it's not a possibility that the reason why he turned out the way he has could not have been a syndrome of what happened to him as a child.
From his parents. I think people eliminate,
or it could be a combination of both.
No, he has stated many times.
No, you can't say no, Nate. You don't know. That's what I'm saying.
He said, I'm going off of what he said.
You can't tell me no against my opinion. My opinion is
no. But I'm going off of what this young man has said.
Okay, you can say that, but I'm saying my opinion is
his parents fighting
that it could be a possibility
and forcing him and his siblings.
It's a combination of both.
I don't believe
you can't say that.
I don't believe
wrong
so.
when it's my damn opinion.
I didn't say it was wrong.
You said no.
I just said no.
You said no. That's a negative connotation.
And it was a comma, and I said this young man, specifically Macaulay Culkin, has said
but he's still an addict, so he'll say anything at this point.
But he became an addict after the fact of dealing with his parents.
That's debatable too, because he could have been an addict at 12 years old.
You just against addicts.
I do have a what?
What? He's just against addicts.
I am against them. I want them to get themselves together.
And he's trying to. He's still maintained a semblance of a career. And he's away from his parents now. He's estranged, even as a 30-some-year-old man.
And I hope he's in recovery.
He probably is.
I wish him well. But the story wasn't about that. This is about Neverland. He was just one of the victims.
You made it about him. I just
still one of the victims.
As my argument. But I don't believe it.
But apparently you've seen the documentary. I have not. So I'm just saying, in my opinion.
But if you watch, I'm saying watch it. I'm
not going to watch it.
But I'm saying watch it. It's going to make you mad for different reasons. But just watch it because you'll see it. I don't want to be mad. I want to be happy. But it's the same. And that man's dead. So at this point. But it's not even, the crazy thing is not even about Michael. You'll see the same thing that these parents with R. Kelly are doing, you'll see them do it in this video. Not the same parents, but you'll see these alleged parents of these young people doing the same thing that we now see these parents in the R. Kelly trial doing. You'll see them doing the same thing. The only difference is Michael Jackson, they didn't stay with Michael Jackson, they were still children, so the parents came and got their children and took them home. The only difference. These young ladies are grown individuals.
See, the thing about that is evidence. Okay.
Evidence of
Neither
what?
one of the cases apparently have evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, your point is that these parents could have been paid off.
Well, they were in the Michael Jackson. You hear that?
No,
that
I'm not saying I didn't watch
settlements.
that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about R. Kelly.
There's no evidence for R. Kelly.
No evidence.
Except for the young ladies who have been saying, the ones that are siding with R. Kelly, saying that they were giving their parents
still
money.
Not evidence. That's their word against the parents' words.
Well, I hope he did this with bank
and
drafts.
again, those two young ladies, you talking about the ones that were on.
It wasn't just them,
yeah.
but there were other young ladies who said the same thing. It's a young lady who wrote a book, and she was one of R. Kelly's girlfriends.
But of course, they would say that when R. Kelly's standing right behind the green screen.
And
that's
those
exactly
two.
what Gail said. He was standing
Gail,
right behind the
big
green
penis.
screen.
No, but she was in the room. But she was in the room with them. Like, they all came together. They
right, so that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like,
again,
is he still here? Yeah, they all came together.
Right,
Why
but
wouldn't he
you
be
have
there?
to understand, but there's a point, though, to that. If he's standing right there, you're never going to talk anything negative to him because he's going to put your ass on the street.
The band members were saying that you guys.
Right.
The two guys that he probably still paying off.
You ruffling a lot.
Because I just turned my mic around.
Still doing that.
Oh my God. I really believe, one, I don't like, why have a conversation with him to simply prove what you had already felt about him?
My thing
because
about
they got bigger ratings on their recap show than they did with the interview. So you had these feelings already. Why not just report on your feelings? Because he didn't say anything different. I'm talking about R. Kelly now.
Right?
He didn't say anything different in the interview. You just heard him say these things. But he said these things in other interviews. So you could have just sliced and cut and paste from other interviews like they all do and just do your recap. Like, I didn't see the point of this. Like, in the argument for the two young ladies, I believe that their parents are being greedy. Because there have been a couple of other young ladies, and I'm trying to remember the young lady who wrote the book, who made the claim that her grandmother told her, girl, you better go out there, that's R. Kelly. Like, she knew her granddaughter was 17 years old, and she pushed her granddaughter to go back to a relationship that she decided that she didn't want to be in because she caught him sleeping with her older cousin. Like, so in my opinion, I'm not even saying whether he's guilty or innocent or not. I'm just saying, all of these parents that are coming out making these claims that he has kidnapped my child, you put them in. She allegedly.
I don't even say anything about the kidnapping. My issue is more so the pedophilia of it all.
But I don't believe that it's pedophilia, though.
Well, the girl was 14 on the video. That's pedophilia.
Well, okay. So those cases cut and dry. Somebody needs to.
There's no defense on anything. I don't care about any of it.
No. But what I'm saying is, his guilt is what it is. Right, he has a problem. But I'm not overlooking that these parents gave their children to this man. And many of them were already 17, 16, and your parents, the one parent, and I find it crazy that nobody even said anything. They said that she was upset from her boyfriend dumping her. So her mother said she took her to a R. Kelly concert.
Did she have?
And they made her, they went back, made it backstage. Not made her, but they made it backstage. Why in the hell would you say
the current one?
The one who had on all black.
The darkest one.
Right. So they took her backstage and this was a part of cheering her up, and that's how they met each other. Allegedly, they wanted her to be a singer. They saying that she sang because it made her feel better because of her being dumped by her boyfriend.
This was brought out on the documentary.
Right. So all of these things, like, to me, I can't get over the fact that these parents have a motive. And it was money. Like, I feel like it was money.
All right, we gotta take a break. Hold on. I want to give y'all 4 options because I want you to be like, this is something new that we're going to try out this week, where you get to pick what we discuss in our next big segment. So that's the one at 7:30. So here are the 4 options. We got $28,000 worth of crack, a 3-year-old with 2 STDs. What's another one? Baltimore police or HIV. You got between those 4 options on what you can choose that we're going to talk about at 7:30. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, there's more on Talk Lately right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Jack, I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Check out this flashback.
Right. To know that I don't want nothing to do with that. Yeah. Drug use.
It's crazy.
So again, derived from the lyrics. Talk to me about the interpersonal conflict.
So let me say this, and I think that what I'm gonna do is probably challenge a lot of what we're dealing with topically.
Yeah.
Because to me, whether we're talking about material things, drug use, or anything else, it's where we teach our young people to place value.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not going to take the person that has been given the value system, and I know we're talking about young women, but I look at my son, I look at little Marvin, and one of the things, of all of the things that Marvin has decided that he would go venture into, one of the things that he's just completely stayed away from is drugs. Has no desire towards it, but I've never modeled anything about that being something. And when you look again, as we keep talking about the cultural aspects of things, we're talking about a culture and systems that creates a sense of attraction or makes this stuff attractive, you know, in its advertising and promotion, whether it's the material things, whether it's the drug use. But I believe that if you've put a firm value system in, and taught people taught your young people, your young ladies, what has value, and what literally doesn't have value, then, you know, even, I guess, kind of throwing them into the lion's den, whether it be sending them to Baltimore public schools, because everybody in Baltimore public schools ain't coming from your household, whether it be being out in the community or going to their cousin house who live in the rougher neighborhood. You know, there can be the presence of that peer pressure, but we got to make sure that we balancing it out. So lyrics that are suggestive towards drug use is ridiculous right now.
Join us every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for Conflict Resolution with Daryl White, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
She know what she doing.
Matter of fact, let's talk about it now. Come on, Jaja. Let's get her up on the screen.
God, I can't do this.
Ooh, I put my mic on. That's the problem. Sorry, you guys. All right, welcome back to the show. So, excuse me. Oh, that's much better. What did I do with Jaja?
Oh, wow, look at that.
So, today, Jaja, a.k.a. Bowl, a.k.a. Catherine Pugh.
That is so disrespectful.
So it was reported today that she's planning on reducing property taxes here in Baltimore City. Now this is our Baltimore City's mayor. That's so cute. That's cute. You ain't like it?
No, I don't.
Why you don't like it?
Because that's disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful. It's how I feel. I selected the picture. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Be exposed. I'm sorry. So she's planning on lowering. I mean, and again, we were just discussing this during the break. I don't have an issue with the fact that she's lowering property taxes because, again, I'm a homeowner, so it does. I
thought
do
you
get
said
the credit.
homo. I don't know why I thought that's what came out your mouth.
What?
I thought you said homo.
You didn't hear that. What? That's not what you heard. But that's not what you heard.
You have to articulate.
I did. I said I'm a homeowner. It's exactly what I said. You want a faggot.
My butt off.
You want a faggot, okay? And I'm not going to be able to do this. So, again, as a homeowner, I'm not mad at the fact that we're going to get, a reduced rate.
No,
but I do not believe that was
though.
the most important thing to do when you just raise. So it's like you did this.
No,
lower this, raise this. Lower this, raise this. So it's still like we're
so equal. You can have more money to pay for this.
No, but that's stupid. You're not helping me then.
She is helping you because now all of these developers are going to move into your neighborhood and take over those buildings that have been abandoned for a certain amount of years. And
but they could have still been. I mean, because that's what the homestead credit is for. You still could have did that.
But they needed an incentive.
I don't, and then it doesn't even make sense because if you're going to lower that, you already gave us a homestead credit. And I mean, like probably 80% of homeowners in Baltimore get the homestead credit. 80%. So that already cut your bill probably in half.
Yeah,
so you really only gave me pennies on the dollar in the first place.
Yeah, but these people coming in to redevelop. Needed a bigger incentive to buy up multiple properties.
It's Andre. They gotta be Andre. It started again, man. Andre, what are you doing? Hey, is it you? Is your chin or something?
First of all, I haven't even touched
your phone.
No, it's
not. You gotta
sit
on the cord.
Now you still here?
No, I don't. It's coming back.
He's lying. You are such a liar.
Such an asshole. Because it's Nate. He had his phone sitting on the cord. And then my mic on out.
Is it on at all? Yours gone?
Give me a minute.
All right, there we go. I'm back.
It's working.
Can you turn your mic off while you fixing it to your shirt? Because it's you now in the background. Gosh, why we gotta fight? Oh, we always gotta take a whole segment to fight.
Because it's you. You're the aggressive one. Everybody else chilling.
Waste of time.
Ah, that's funny. I like that.
You turned your mic back on?
No, I did not.
I need a new mic. I want to work here too. Goodness gracious.
I would like to separate them so y'all know which one is good ones and which one is the shaky ones.
Whatever one Monny
is
it is a shitty.
You want to switch?
Oh, then it might be my headset because I can't hear anything anymore.
Interesting.
I don't even know where I was. It always got to be a fight.
And the property tag.
So, as I was saying, if I was interrupted by all of this.
I didn't say you interrupted yourself.
Here we go.
I just wanted to clarify.
You clarified? You finished?
I did.
All right. The most important thing that I think that would have been better than the property tax would have been the water bills. And the fact that the Baltimore County that uses the same water that we use and is, you know, billed by the state, I mean by the city to the state, should pay more for the water that they consume. And not the people that own the water.
Baltimore City's water bills are inaccurate.
Right.
Isn't that right?
And they still get to be on a tri-monthly schedule, a quarterly schedule, where they get to pay their bills quarterly, and it's probably 40% of what we pay quarterly. And we don't pay quarterly no more because now they bill us monthly for the water that we consume.
And the sewer is more than the water.
That's because the county don't have sewers like we do. So that's why we got to pay more for the sewage.
Well, if people stop throwing trash down there,
that's right.
You gotta blame some of them trifling residents.
I don't throw my trash. I got green trash can.
Where you live at in your adjacent neighborhood, they throw trash in the sewer. That's where they throw their cigarette butts. And they throw it right in the...
I wish it all was a cigarette butt. No, they throw the whole boxes. Drink cups and all that.
Chicken boxes. That's what
right
you want
in your neighborhood. And because your neighborhood is so close to the harbor, it just go right into it.
You did? You wanted to say chicken box.
Because it is a chicken box. They did throw that chicken box in there. That hip-hop chicken box.
I want to Saturday or Sunday morning. It's all worse from the weekend.
So if you didn't hear, I gave everybody 4 options. Just to bring this back up real quick because I know we're going to go to the next break. That we're going to... I'm giving you guys the chance to choose which 4 topics we talk about in the next segment. And your options were... I should have wrote it down. $28,000 worth of crack cocaine. That's number 1. A 3-year-old with 2 STDs. That's number 2. Baltimore police, number 3, and HIV, number 4. So those are the 4 choices you get to choose for what we talk about in the next block. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, there's more on BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run,
hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have, well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That's the company that put it on. That's the girl. She came here. She was a light-skinned girl. The V Lounge. That was the name of her show.
The V Lounge.
This her right here.
I don't want to play.
The one in the all black.
Oh no, you talking about V-Mix.
Yeah,
That's
V-Mix. Yeah.
And she the one doing what?
She's one of the stations that's putting on Be like they acting like this is a separate organization that's come together to bring all the media outlets together, and you are the media outlet that put that together, so you can promote yourself to a third party.
She was at my my old station, the station I used to work at. What's it called? The oldest black radio station in America. Gosh, why can't I remember? I can't remember what the damn letters is. The call letters. I almost wanted to say WPGC, but that's not it. That is black. That's the Radio 1 station. I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
you remember I used to post
I don't remember
all
the
my
name of it.
little flags and stuff that we had. Damn, I can't remember what that radio station name is.
They was dressed up.
Because they when we left, they was getting ready to try to turn Spanish. And I thought that was a bad move, and they ended up changing it back because that was a bad move. This is the very first black-owned African-American radio. This was the very first. I mean, it still looked like it's the very first. I mean, today. The building.
Still using a satellite.
The building sits back on this this dirt road in the wilderness of Glen Burnie. In the cut. And it has but it got a big radius. Like you can hear the station like all the way in Delaware, all the way in like lower Pennsylvania.
They got.
Huh?
That big ass satellite.
Yeah, it's got the satellite on the roof. That's not safe. It don't look safe at all.
No. The fact that you still using a satellite. That's not safe.
And it's surrounded by power lines, which help to boost, helps to boost the signal to get so far away. But it's an AM station at that. And we used to. The funny part about it is an AM station. We used to go on there with our music from East Coast Radio, and it'd be cussing. She was like, "What more cuss word we turning you on?" I said, "I didn't write the song." It's AM. Come on now. What the FCC gonna say? You brought a music show onto the station, so what are you doing? No, they told us ahead of time. I just didn't care. They did tell us ahead of time. I didn't care. So no one replied.
We could have got one of these.
So now I'm gonna do what I want.
One of the Stella Awards. You could have got a Stella Award.
What is that?
That's the Stella Award from the BB Media Company. That was the award that they gave out.
This is the award from the thing we was involved in?
We was never involved. It was a setup.
That was the Media Impact?
The Media Impact Award? That's what this is?
Yeah. The Stella Award.
It don't have no name on it.
It do. That the worry about.
Oh, this is Be More. That's a real name? Be More Rap Review?
That's what.
It's a blog.
I ain't never heard of that.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Are we back yet?
We are back. We've been back. But it don't say Baltimore Media Impact Awards.
Because it was a typo. They couldn't afford
it wasn't
that.
enough space.
No.
They could have put best on the other.
And they probably watching your show right now.
It's okay. I'm not saying anything derogatory.
You probably just.
The phone lines are open though. If you want to, chime in, defend yourselves.
Call in for a rebuttal.
It's like I don't need you to defend yourselves. 410-702-5657 though.
Just in case.
Just in case you want to defend yourself. I'm not going to put it, hold it against you.
I used to do that too. I started another page so I could start liking all my other stuff.
So the question I started with, I had a poll from last week.
The president or something. Absolutely not.
Was that it?
The age of the president.
And I don't think I ever looked at the results of that too. It ended yesterday.
I saw it last week.
Did you vote in it? Why not? Your mic ain't on either. I can't hear you. Ain't you talking? Yes, you do. You go sideline referee. You need to be in here.
Is it staticky? Or is it okay?
No, it's okay. I can hear you fine. It was neat. I told you.
No, it was not me.
Okay.
It was you with that fake sweet tea over there.
I should.
Why is it fake?
Because it is.
Voted because.
All right, here it is.
I believe so.
Do you think there should be a cap on the president's age? Did you have an opinion?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
I mean, if they not senile, they can be.
I mean, there's because there's a minimum. Why shouldn't it be a cap? You can't be. You got to be older than 34.
Because I think it should be older than that actually. But because would you want a 34-year-old running your country?
I think I would.
Oh no,
I don't want no 80-year-old. He might be breaking down.
It depends on the maturity.
Depends on a lot of factors.
Like, I was very mature. I was very mature at 34.
You were very hot.
I could have ran the hell out this country.
You were very hot. There's a difference.
What do you mean? Now I want you to explain yourself.
What was the soundbite? Horse slide.
I have never in my life been a whore or a slut.
That's not what the streets are saying.
They better get them streets in here.
Oh my God. I heard that on that show that's in the living room. That's what they were saying today.
I think you got an underlying meaning to what you're saying right now, and I don't like it.
Who promo was that? I can't remember the rest of it. You had the whore slut.
Anyway, 80% of you said yes. There should be an age limit.
I say yes.
I don't think so.
Like cap on the age. What do you say? You know? What do you say?
I say yes.
What do you think it should be?
I really don't know. I think retirement age or so, 70s
62s.
or so, your faculties.
I don't want anybody else 70.
I don't think that because a lot of my family members live to be very old.
Mine too, but
my great
I don't
grandmother.
care. You're very old. Why don't you just focus on dying?
No,
focus on your
that's
grandkids.
ageism. That means if you get to retirement age, your job can push you out whether you're ready or not. I don't think that's fair.
I think you should.
I really don't think that's fair because many of the.
I think it's a difference between working a job and being the president.
I don't think
of all of us. Of all of us. And
I worked with 70.
I think that's equivalent to being. It's on a larger scale.
It's a very large scale. It's not the same.
CEO
this is
or
a
the
very
manager.
larger scale.
It's not the same, but I feel that way.
But you still got all the intricate
jobs.
parts, even with this station. I think it's the same thing, but that's not to say next year when you turn 50 that you shouldn't be.
Oh, I'm not gonna be doing that.
You gonna be 50 next year.
So when I turn 50, I'm not gonna be doing this next year. I promise.
I know that's right.
So you gonna be 50 next year?
I'm not gonna be doing this. So if I'm turning 50, I'm not gonna be doing this.
Okay.
And the operative word is if I was turning 50, I'm not gonna be doing this.
There was no if in that.
No, but it was if I turn 50 next year, I'm not gonna be doing this.
You just said that.
Right.
But I don't believe that that should be a choice. It shouldn't be.
I know, it should be my choice.
You turn 50
do not
years
be
old.
70 running this country.
Like I said,
I don't think that because I know some really sharp 70-year-olds. I know some really sharp, on the point 80, 90
So do I. So do I.
I
worked in several nursing homes.
I just believe in seasons in life, and I think even if we still
and that's dangerous because once you get to that's going to start being done in all areas of work environments, and I don't think that that's fair.
At the president level and in Congress.
But if it gets, if that becomes a mandate,
I'm sick of them being in there for decades.
If that becomes a mandate, then they're going to start pushing out CEOs of companies, and they can start pushing out people who are still vital parts of their. If it happens on that level, it's going to trickle down, and it's going to start being mandatory. And these millennials are going to start pushing people out of jobs that they aren't qualified to hold.
But there's time to train them.
But there's no. The training is you working under these people and allowing them to transition themselves out. Now, I've been a part of companies where, Miss, it's time for you to let go. And it wasn't about the age.
We got a retirement age for a reason.
But that's a choice.
Being 70 in office.
That's a choice.
Retired and let
But that's
go
a choice, though.
and let somebody
That's a
else do it.
suggestion that this is around the time that you should have it all together and be ready to retire. But people are living longer now, so you can't just push people out. And the fact that they're living longer, there are a lot of sharp, elderly people out there, senior citizens out there, that would be so much better at this job than he is. Look at Bernie
They
it
Sanders.
long enough. It's
I
Bernie
don't want
Sanders
him
is
in
older
office.
than he is.
I don't. I want him to go ahead and go sit down.
Bernie Sanders?
Take a nap.
How old is Bernie?
He in his 80s, I believe.
Yeah, he needs to go sit down.
I don't know if he in his 80s.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, please, because I think he was like 70
However
something.
old he is, sit down somewhere.
I just think,
80% said yes and 20% said no, so the yeses have it though, Nate.
And most of them in their 30s and 40s. Bernie Sanders 80.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Because I can't wait till they get to that age and somebody's telling them you too old to hold this position.
I don't think my options I don't plan on running for president, but I don't think my mindset would change even when I'm 70. I don't want a 70-year-old to be
well, that's
president.
because you almost 70 now, but I'm
Look how you're treated. I mean, this is an anomaly.
Yeah, but you can find something else.
He's 77.
He almost 80.
In his 70s, and I don't want him to be president, and I'm not voting for him.
I knew he was old. I knew he was that old.
That's sad.
Unless I have no choice.
It's sad because he could possibly be the best person
I hate
for
that we
the
gotta
job.
say that. I hate that we have to say that.
'Cause he's
I'll vote for him if I have no choice.
Yes.
I hate that.
And he's probably the best person for the job, but you'll vote for him if you don't have a choice. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Why doesn't it make a sense for you?
It doesn't make sense. If he's the best possible candidate for this job, and you'll vote for him,
But
if
who
you
says
have no
he's the
other
best
choice.
possible candidate?
I just did.
Oh, but that's your opinion. He's not the best possible candidate for me.
Who would be the best possible
Because he
candidate for you?
backtracks, and I can't deal with somebody that constantly changes their mind and backtracks on their promises. If this is a promise, it's always going to be a promise. You can't then take it back when you feel that your support's not going to be there.
So you would rather Hillary be president?
I would have rather. That's who I voted for. What do you mean?
That's who he say he voted for.
No, that's who I voted for. It was only two options.
I don't even believe he voted. To be perfectly clear.
Well, I did a video of me voting, so I don't know how you can say that. I had proof.
Well, first of all, that's illegal.
Well,
your phone not supposed to be in the polling place.
Well, come get me.
What's P's phone number?
What's she gonna do? I'm not ready for cereal right now.
But she about to. She about to give you exactly what you're looking for.
Bernie Sanders.
Why you mad?
I'm kind of mad. Now I am kind of mad because I don't get that.
77.
No, but I can
Me
tell you
honestly,
exactly
I didn't
where
vote for him, but I'm saying if in fact he is the best possible candidate, if Booker or Kamala are the best possible candidates because of their age or their race or their sex or their sexual orientation, because there's a out homosexual candidate now. Like these things, like I care if you're going to do the best job. Let me look at your track record. I never really followed or was a follower of Bernie Sanders. I never really followed him anyway, because in the first election he ran off the fact that he marched with Martin Luther King Jr.
That's trying to get the black vote.
Who cares?
I mean, no, it's true.
But they say
but
try to
say
plug us.
that would be to try to garner support.
Right, but that was what he put at the forefront. He marched and got arrested. I don't.
Move your phone.
Do what?
Move your phone. He's still touching the cord.
Is Cory Booker all black or is he mixed?
He's mixed.
I thought so.
That means he's black.
No, see, I don't think so. When you mixed, you mixed. I don't believe if you got a black father, you black.
Hey, doesn't matter. A black mother, black father. You're black.
What? Yeah. Oh, I thought y'all was saying he had one black parent and one non-black parent.
They do. No, he said you said black father.
Right, and they was like,
well, the father's black or the mother's black.
One of them, you said you black. Oh, okay.
You mixed too.
Just like I didn't think, but I'm mixed with black and black all the time.
Okay, that's what you
I
think.
hope.
You the ex-master.
Yeah, you right about that.
But I actually know that I am mixed.
Oh,
What, you Dominican?
No, that's what my wish.
You Puerto Rican.
That's a wish.
I was just looking at Corey, just thinking maybe he might be mixed. So.
Oh no, I actually know it because my grandmother is. Like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's none of your business. If y'all seen Gina, you would know.
I always say my great grandmother was that fair complexion, but my mom and my daddy black.
I was about to say I'm probably the darkest person in my family, but I'm not. I'm actually more fair skinned than some of them. Some of them be looking like that cocoa. Okay, we gotta take a break. We gotta make this more on BigSoulsRadio.com.
I'm not even saying nothing.
You just gonna sit right there and not say nothing?
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste of been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save it, it'll be too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry fakers, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patients run that, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I
Use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. can't hear myself again. Can I get a new box? When you get a chance?
Give him that box. That box.
Okay, there you go.
Give him that box.
I don't think he turned me up enough. It was Andre. Always Andre. God damn it. Andre and they're playing with the buttons.
Keeping it interesting.
You know what I didn't realize was that the time changed this weekend. I woke up yesterday to go to work. I was exhausted because I didn't realize
You
we
didn't
had moved
change
up
your
an hour.
Sunday?
And my phone and stuff changed, but I never looked at the time until I realized it was like on Sunday night after I was cooking dinner. I cooked dinner and everything, and I realized it was 12 o'clock. But it shouldn't have been 12 o'clock because
been 11.
right. So I ended up going to bed until like 3 o'clock because I'm still washing clothes and stuff. And I was like, oh, I wish I would have started earlier.
But it
and
was
then I
just
got
an hour.
up. But I got up. Everybody was talking about the time changed. And I was like, what?
You missed that.
But it was just an hour. Why does this
But
hour
I never
kill people?
even realized it was that time of year for that to be happening.
Forward.
Right, but spring is
back.
2 weeks away.
It's right there though.
Changing the days that they do it.
Right.
Spring
like
is
it's
here.
early. This was kind of early for it to be changed.
Spring is here. It's just still chilly in the air.
Oh no, it's still winter.
It's not winter no more.
No, it's winter.
Because you can feel the warm
It's still
breeze
40
underneath
degrees.
the cold air.
It's 40. It's still 40 degrees. It's winter.
It's not even cold in here right now. It's not.
It's winter.
Is that their
That's because you old. You need to get your iron pills.
There's so many cuss words in the human language. But how you can stick it?
That's inappropriate.
Oh gosh. I want to talk about the senator real quick, but hold on. I can't find.
You better lay low.
Ooh, who is that? He look rough. I just had it. Anyway, there was the senator in Arkansas that Pepsi Cola. Are you a real person? Get out of here.
He was actually, can you send him something so you get some from a commissary? Probably.
Oh gosh, why do you want to play so much of your life, Nate?
She did not lose that on no keto diet. People be lying. Oh.
They claim that keto.
And it's nothing.
Right.
Okay, that's her name. Stephanie Flowers. And she's a state senator in Arkansas. So get ready to cue the video, Andre. Senator in Arkansas. And she was testifying on the Stand Your Ground bill. That's what it was, not just gun control.
Oh, the older lady.
Stand Your Ground bill.
In Arkansas.
Because in Arkansas, they got the open carry thing. So everybody got a gun. Everybody in that state got a gun. But you don't ever hear about the mass shootings that are coming out of there. So there's a difference between the rest of America and Arkansas.
Okay.
With the state, you know. So she went on this rant. It was hilarious. And I want y'all to take a look.
Well, the chair formally voted no, but I'm going to let y'all off easy and vote yes, and it's going to pass 5-3.
What do he be doing?
Is it on? No.
You gotta turn the mics off.
Prior to denied,
So did
y'all
he
have been really good. So, and now we know. Now we know why we want to limit debate.
Yeah. Well, Matt makes a comment. Matt, comment.
Quickly.
I'll be as quick as I can, as quick as it takes to kill somebody, I guess. You want me to be that quick. But, you know, as Ms. Fletcher pointed out, and it doesn't take much to look on the local news every night and see how many black kids, black boys, black men are being killed with these stand your ground defenses that these people raise, and they get off. So I take issue with that. I'm the only person here of color, okay? I am a mother, too. And I have a son. And I care as much for my son as y'all care for y'all's. But my son doesn't walk the same path as yours does. So this debate deserves more time. I'm in Pine Bluff. We have killings regularly down there. Mr. Hunter knows, he's our prosecutor. Now, I don't know where the heck, I know where you are from, Gary. And I don't know really where Mr. Ballinger is from. But I can tell you that for a long time since I've been back here in Arkansas, I have feared for my son's life. Now, he's 27 and he's out of Arkansas. And I thank God he is. When you're bringing up crap like this, it offends me. And then to limit the debate too, this is crazy. You don't have to worry about your children, Will. I worry about my son. And I worry about other little black boys and girls. And people coming into my neighborhood, into my city, saying they got open carry rights, walking down in front of my doggone office in front of the courthouse. That's a bully. Do I have a right to stand my ground with some crazy-ass person walking around with a doggone gun? I don't know what the hell he intends to do. But I know I am scared. I feel threatened. Just like some of y'all walking around here up in the legislature with these damn guns. That, what's his name, Garner came in here, walking around here with a damn gun under his coat. You can see the damn print.
Senator, you need to stop.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. What the hell are you gonna do? Shoot me?
Senator.
Senator shit. What the hell? I'm telling you, this deserves more attention. You want to come up here with all these little NRA bills and bills that Alec have and all that stuff. I'm talking about my son's life. And I'm talking about the lives of other black kids. Do what the hell you want to do. Go ahead, but you can't silence me. You got your damn silence gun out the damn chamber today, but you are not going to silence me.
Senator Flowers, if anybody hasn't tried to silence you, it's me.
To win. To win. We need to get this over with. He said we were going to be down here all night. You got all these people up here. NAACP is here too. Let them speak. Want to limit some damn debate.
Senator.
What?
You're out of order.
And so what?
So you're out of order.
Okay, so what?
You're out of order.
And so what are you going to do about it? I am upset.
You need to be upset somewhere else.
No, I don't. I got a right. I'm an elected officer just like you.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
She's coming back. Well, welcome back to the show. Senator Flowers, everybody. I like her. I wish she could run for a bigger office at this point, because then she got some little fame on her. Did you like her, Nate?
No, she alright.
Your attitude today is so undesirable.
I'm voting for Booker. That's the only person I'm concerned
Who? There he done gone from Senator Balding to...
He's a Booker.
To Aubrey
Senator
Balding.
Booker.
Huh?
Senator Booker. He's a senator.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're voting for him to do what?
All my focus is on him right now. Senator
Why?
Booker.
He is the worst.
He not.
He is. Let him stay in legislature.
He not.
You vote for him for president for real? You serious about that?
Yeah.
He's not gonna make it though. It's unfortunate. He's polling terribly.
Okay, so was Trump.
Not amongst his base.
He was. He was in the last place.
No, he's 82% amongst his base.
And we found out he paid for it.
Because he rigged the poll, his poll rigging. But
no, he put himself in ninth place.
Poll, and then they got him. It was an ABC, actually an ABC, NBC. It was a combination of all the polls. And he was like 82% of his base is, in support of him, and the other 18% was like they're undecided. So that's almost like, okay, we'll take him. Yeah. So.
Pizza Studio.
The debate. I was just asking you a question during the break, Monique, about why do you think we need guns?
I don't think we need guns. Just police officers.
They don't need to be. We don't need police.
At a certain point, I don't think we would need them to have them
using
either.
them like they're using them now, but I think they definitely need them.
I think they need them as a defense to
other people with guns,
and no, as a defense to the country too. Because at a certain point, they do. If anybody attacks this country, they are our first line of defense.
The
Your
police.
mic is off, Monique.
I think the average Joe is just too many.
But y'all blaming
What's
this
your
on
opinion?
guns. Guns are
I'm
not.
not blaming anything on
people
guns. I'm
who
just
have the
saying
guns,
I
but
don't
it's
think
too
we
many.
need them, and because the defense, the argument is always that we need them to hunt. We need them, people that are members of the NRA. We do it for sport.
The school that I work for in the afternoon, I went to this elementary school when I was younger.
I didn't say it. Monique said it.
And when I just returned back to the school, and so a New York firm has started this school in Baltimore City, and they changed a lot of things. So when I went to this school, Firm in L. Templeton, like all of the classrooms on one side, they were like you could walk from the top of the hall to the end of the hall, and through the classrooms or in the hallway, on all sides, on all floors. They put a wall up, so now you can't do that. The doors are now jail doors. So instead of them being these doors with these long like window things in them, they have a little window this size in the door. The doorknobs are now these like big clunky lock things on the doors, and it looks like a facility. It doesn't look like a school anymore. So I really agree with gun control, but guns aren't the problem. Putting guns, like now certain states are allowing teachers to train and certain faculty members and teachers to actually hold guns in schools. Like that's too much for me. Like, I don't think people need that much access to guns. Like you said, we live in a city. We're not, we're not overdrawn by possums and, we're not eating straight from the field. So I don't think we need access. I think it needs to be a cap on how many guns you can own. I think the types of guns need to be restricted. But again, I don't like saying her name, but this Megan person, I just don't like her.
Yeah,
she always has a comeback for why people
Did you see her today?
She
Did
said,
you
I
see
know
the
y'all
video
tired
today?
of hearing about
I
the
did watch
stories.
it
I saw it
She's
today.
so, my problem with her, she's very condescending.
She is.
And
and she don't know as much as she try to make people
right.
think.
I mean, I understand you have a different view than everybody else, but you don't have to be condescending.
But she doesn't have a perspective. All she knows is what her father showed her.
She said that today.
And but I don't even think his view wasn't that condescending. That's a life choice.
No, people have said it.
Her condensation is a life choice.
The link that I sent you, like
he wasn't that. I
she
mean,
getting a lot of.
He was very Republican, but he wasn't her kind of Republican. She's worse.
She's worse than him.
But she's the Trump type of Republican. But the link that I sent you,
she's a Trump type of Republican that hates Trump, though. I like that part about her.
She don't hate Trump because she defends him all the time. She
defends policy. She defends policy. She doesn't defend him.
Yeah, what
because you
policy
can't
does he
defend
have?
him as a person.
She defends him, and I believe she.
Well, I won't give her that because she doesn't. What I watched the video, she doesn't defend him. She defends a policy that she likes.
Because I can't take
but she is a her condescending ways.
That's what it says. Speaking for myself, if I were running a political party, I would not want the face of it to be a child of extreme wealth who inherited her parents' money and monetized their fame, screaming about the evils of less fortunate kids getting health care and being able to pay for college. This is one of the many posts against her. Like many of the people who
wrote that?
What's his name? Glenn Greenwald.
And that was about what?
Megan. Like that was against her.
Yeah, one of the things that made me upset this week about their conversations was not just her; it was the other girl on there.
Our friend now she's starting to become
the one that like Rachel Roy.
Yeah, so both of them. So both of them now.
Abby.
Yeah, Abby.
Yeah. I didn't like her for a long time because
you could tell who she really was.
ABC correspondent, she's had done some interviews that just was like mind-blowingly shocking that she thinks this way. But again, her father works for Trump, so that trickle-down effect on her life, it says a lot.
Their upbringing.
Exactly my point. And but with Megan, where the conversation came in this week. On why I just can't stand her is that they were talking about what that Congresswoman Iman said about garbage.
The Muslim, right? And she totally
they took it out of context because
they took a soundbite. They didn't even take it out of context. They took a soundbite.
This country and ask people how they feel about America, most people in urban society is going to say this is a garbage country.
Yeah, but she didn't even say that because
that's not what she said exactly.
Sonny read the
what
whole
I'm saying
statement.
is what she said is that she said that Iman
and she's like,
said this
but
is a garbage
what
country,
about? I just thought about that Civil War veteran whenever he was in the audience, and I just got so choked up because why would you refer to this country as
garbage? Yeah.
Like, girl.
But that's what I said. But if you ask people,
she's not getting no penis. Her husband must be
all the homeless people, all the vets. As much as you might want to say, the vets would say the same thing.
And I get tired of her and that lady always talking about their brother serving.
You're the people that always want to say we're gonna help our vets. We're gonna take care of our vets.
Right.
Yet they
and
suffering.
The vet is they still
they're
suffering.
Like that. Yet they're still suffering at the VA.
Yeah.
Terribly.
So you haven't done anything progressive
can I
make
ask
them,
a question?
and then think that's the thing you're against. It's progressiveness.
So their insurance says they can only go to the VA.
Right.
But it's the worst
Okay,
care.
I just wanted to know that. I was like, why the hell?
But they can go anywhere. It just depends on who's going to pay for the bill. Like you can go to their ER if you want to.
But the VA is the only one that'll pay for
exactly.
it. So yeah. But the facility is horrible. And some do pay to go elsewhere.
But see, I don't understand how it's so busy because this damn VA downtown ain't busy at all.
They still slow. I just take my grandfather.
That's what I understand.
You know what? Because they may be like, You know how like St. Agnes don't have their own doctors, so that may be what happens at the VAs around the country.
I don't understand that because this VA is connected to the University of Maryland, so
so that means they're sharing doctors. Then. So that means the priority will go to wherever the main hospital is, because the government's paying for this building.
That's what I'm saying. That's
so
what I get that during the office visit hours because they're most of the doctors at the university is over there at the ER. But my point is when you stop in the ER, you're in there.
So they have an ER. I thought that was more like a clinic facility.
They use University of Maryland's ER and transport them over to the VA side whenever they, if they get admitted or something like that. Yeah. No, that's what it did. No, their access point is that if they need emergency help, they go to shock trauma. Shock trauma takes them over.
But I always,
they're being admitted, otherwise they get taken care of at the ER.
St. Agnes did, where they don't have their own doctors, so they're sharing doctors from other hospitals like University of Maryland. So they give them priority. They're not gonna get priority treatment at university or at the VA because they're waiting for a doctor to finish up with this gallbladder surgery over here to come over there to do this.
But that's my thing about the Republican, this Congress period.
They should be treated.
Because the VA is just like Medicaid, like you on social service. That's how they treat it. It's a public.
I just hate how the talk cycles just go around in circles. We talk about it for a segment, but nothing. We never hear the end result. The end result should be that it's fixed and it's working, and that's not what we hear.
Because they're just about planning. It's not about any execution or anything. Look how they treat regular citizens.
So, as everybody already knows, R. Kelly was released from jail for the second time after someone put up the $161,000 to pay for his child support. As he was leaving the jail, though, his fans or the people that support him and do all this endeavor, they're nuts. They're fucking nuts. Somebody was yelling.
Like some of them starting to talk like they was scared of him or something. What's going on, R. Kelly? Them other two, not scared, but it was just like he was like a whip master. His house.
Some people like to be treated like that. There's a lot of weak-minded people out there.
Yes, indeed.
And they give him way too much credit.
Like the stalkers of that industry is just like really crazy. You heard what happened to Taylor Swift. The person that she was stalking her got out of jail and just went right back to our house again and laid in her bed.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I can't even blame the justice system on that because you ain't changed nothing. You ain't said, you know what, let me get some extra security on my windows. Let me make sure.
Again, that was her fault, but I guess she didn't know. I wonder. On the flip side, she my point would be, if you know this is a stalker, why wouldn't you have gotten notification that he was being released? Especially when you got a restraining order, so she could have made those adjustments. She probably didn't think he was getting out anytime soon.
But if he was able to do it, what makes you think somebody else couldn't get in your house the same way? Here's down there, I'm safe. No, you're not, dummy, because he got it. So that means somebody else can get it.
But it is the fact
that means somebody already been there.
But it was the same man. That's the problem. He's the same one that did it.
As it should, because she didn't do nothing.
Well, that is kind of her fault. But anyway, the R. Kelly thing is that,
she just left the door. She's like, he's in jail. I could keep the door unlocked down. I'm good.
Some unidentified woman yelled as he was leaving the jail, "I love you." And the one point that I didn't get about this story is that she yelled out, "Can you touch my hand?" Because she's going to be the next victim. Now she's the next victim because he done assaulted her. Don't touch her hand.
No, and that's why I'm angry. See, okay, my overall point of view is I've sit in a courtroom and watched the uncle be accused of rape, and then the young lady who was a prostitute come out and say at the end that he had sex with her and they was getting high, and because he would not pay her after the fact, she decided to say he raped her. I also sit in a principal office and watch another uncle when he was 16 be accused of raping a young lady only because he had sex with her friend. I got some out of control uncles. I just want to preface that. And did not want her. So she accused him of rape. This is why I always feel the way I do. Now, I'm not saying there are no such thing as rapers or anything. I know plenty of people have been molested because I saw that with my own eyes. I cannot sit on social media and publicly judge somebody as if I'm sitting on a jury because I don't want to do jury duty. First of all, I'm never going to do it. But I'm just saying, I just don't want to.
You're going to be sitting next to R. Kelly then.
But I don't want to judge somebody and you don't have any proof because this is two individuals that I've seen lie. I also know people who pimp their children. Like I've seen that. I've seen people prostitute their children out. So it's not right. It's nothing that those issues that I physically seen with my own eyes gives me every right to disbelieve these women who are accusing somebody. You can have the same story, and they keep using the example. Well, all of them have this. They gonna have the same damn story. If you watch the same damn Gayle King interview and you know what he does, so I'm gonna have the same story. So that's my point of view. I'm not disbelieving all of them. All I'm saying is, where were the parents? And there's a possibility that they're lying. And that's not me victim shaming, but you have to be a victim in order for me to shame you. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I just want to, we got to go to break, but I want to say congratulations to J-Lo and A-Rod on their engagement.
Yeah, how many weddings is this for J-Lo?
4.
Okay.
5. This is the 5th one.
This is the 4th one.
No, this is number 5. This will be number 5.
Oh, wow.
Well, engagements, not marriages.
So this
will be her 5th engagement.
I knew she had a 5th.
Yeah.
That's all. I didn't know what number.
This is her 5th engagement. Because, yeah, it was her first husband. Then there was a second one. Then it was Ben.
I don't know. I can say, I guess.
Then it was Mark.
We don't know if this.
And now this is the 5th.
Yeah.
We got to take a break though. When we come back, I want to talk about. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna ask them to pick a story, and then we'll go from there. BeExposedRadio.com. This is Talk Lately.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do. And I think that that's a big problem that people...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Dollar Tree.
I thought that was a franchise. I really think Dollar Tree. I thought it was a franchise.
Dollar Tree is a corporate.
I know.
And they bought all the Family Dollar brands.
I thought Family Dollar was a franchise.
Not Am I talking
about?
Yeah,
we
Dollar
Tree
is a corporate, but I think they bought a bunch of franchises.
No, Family Dollar was a corporate brand, and so was Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree bought Family Dollar.
And
now Family Dollars are being closed because of Dollar Tree. Because it's already too many. Because Dollar Trees is in every shopping center.
Because they're in the hood. Ain't nothing
and now Family Dollars usually have the standalone stores. And those are the ones that are being closed because now it's a Dollar Tree. It's Dollar Tree two doors down.
Right.
Yeah, like in Westside Shopping Center, there's a Family Dollar and a Dollar Tree.
How would you know
So
that
they're
if you
gonna
live in
close.
Federal Hill adjacent?
I didn't know about the family.
Because I drive.
Why would you have to drive through there? What bring you through there?
I don't go to the dollar stores. I see the stores.
I go to the
But it's kind of insular, so how would you see it?
I don't get what you
inside of the shopping center. They have kind of like inside.
I don't get what your point is.
But I'm just saying, like, how would you be in that area if you didn't live in Pigtown?
Because I drive.
But
you don't be in the area because you
insular.
walk. I get around because
I don't be in that area because there's too many junkies.
I get around because I drive.
Yeah, but you know a lot of what goes on in that specific area. That normally.
Did I say anything
is your
specifically
go-to.
about the area? We're talking about Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. I know there's a Dollar Tree and a Family Dollar.
But you have gone in the shopping center.
You know why? Because
and if you shop in that shopping center, that means you live in that neighborhood.
No.
Why would you live in Federal Hill?
I never said
where
I
they have
shop.
a brand new spanking
But what there is in that shopping center is a Wells Fargo bank, where my coins are.
Oh.
Right.
But if you live in Federal Hill, it's already run in Federal Hill.
No,
So
there's
you come
no
from-
Wells Fargo in Federal Hill.
It is one in Federal Hill.
There's
It
Bank
is.
of America in Federal Hill, yes. And
Well,
I have
but see,
coins.
you go, but
I
you
have coins there too.
But you drive past the one right here at the station to get and go all the way up there.
To Wells
It's
Fargo?
a bank right here.
Oh no, I don't walk in this neighborhood at night.
So this neighborhood is the problem.
Yes.
But
the Baltimore stripper zone?
But
No,
Federal
no.
Hill adjacent
No.
isn't a problem.
No, it's not because it's Federal Hill. You forgot the
Adjacent.
You forgot the word
Heights. Federal Hill Heights.
Why do you always? You just want to
I just
argue
want
with
you
me.
to be specific because it's just not adding up to me.
What's not adding up?
It's
that I
not
get
adding
around?
up. It's
That
not.
I know different places?
It's not.
That's like saying, okay, why did you drive into Park Heights? Oh, because it's Park Heights.
But why would you drive into Park Heights if you didn't?
Absolutely
if
right.
you
Why
wasn't
would
living
I?
there. Well, you say you were raised there, so.
No, I never told you I was raised there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just summer home.
Right, exactly. That's better.
That's not. It's actually not. Because that's where the rats and roaches really come out.
No, I didn't have any.
The scabies.
None of that. I don't know anything about that stuff. Somebody's telling their story.
Because you was Park Heights adjacent. That's why you don't know that.
Park
you
Heights
lived at
adjacent?
TV.
No,
You
I
lived
was
at TV Hill. That means you were between the hood and the rednecks. That's what TV Hill is. That's exactly what that means.
No, because when you go up TV Hill, at the top of TV Hill, that's the upscale.
There's
That's
nothing
where,
upscale about that. That's that one top, that one center right there.
right
But
next
it's
door,
just-
right next door to WJZ, right there.
That is a bridge next door to
That's where I live.
WJZ. Between the rednecks and the hood people.
So there was $1,200 worth of cocaine, crack, in other words, heroin, and some other paraphernalia.
Methadone.
Seized in Brooklyn Park. You know about this story.
I have no idea. I don't read about stuff like that. I don't know.
But you know, when they say $1,200, I mean they made this like it was a big headline. But $1,200.
That's how much they reported. That's how much they reported.
Well, yeah.
Who has
You know,
$1,200 worth of crack cocaine sitting
It is
around?
Baltimore, so yeah, that's what
Right.
they reported. But hopefully that, you know, this kind of stuff, you know, because they've been cleaning the house.
They
at
already got the other guy the
Baltimore
other
police station. Now that this new commissioner is coming on board. He's been working all along. I mean, he's been working all along, even though he wasn't confirmed.
I'm like, he was doing meet and greets, look like the man.
Yeah,
Because
even though he wasn't confirmed, but he's been working.
He probably actually come to work, so they're actually being managed now.
My point exactly. I don't understand that. Like they weren't. Look, some of the sergeants weren't you could tell they weren't managing their staff. And I'm glad
Why
he's
would they?
here. Hopefully, we can make a change.
They had meetings with Pew. Why would they be managed?
Zsa.
I'm not playing with you.
Her name is Zsa.
She go. I'm
What was her
telling
name
you, she
for
go
the
throw
other
a bottle at you.
I know her name was SRB. But what was her name? What did I call her?
Bitch.
Thank you.
Nasty bitch. I agree with her. I don't like her.
How about those kissing cousins that want to get married?
That's a.
Is that your relation?
My relation? What?
Any relation to you?
It's more people.
How do you feel about? I mean, but how do you feel? I mean, how do you really
That's
feel about?
disgusting.
I feel disgusted.
You
that
disgusted?
was the word I was going to use.
That's her mother's.
I mean, yeah, they
child.
are first cousins.
Yes, that is disgusting. You are immediate family.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
I think
Because there's too many other people in the world. I mean,
I don't give a fuck about many other people. That is disgusting for that to be an option in your life.
Terribly.
What happened to you?
Terribly.
I mean, I agree.
How long have y'all been in this relationship?
Look, I agree completely with you guys. But why do I have
Why is there a but?
suggestions?
No, you should not. You're disgusting.
What
that must be your cousin.
They should have done.
What?
Because I don't think this should be a headline, and this was a headline, and it floated
It
all
should,
day on
because
Facebook.
incest is illegal,
Because they want to
isn't it?
get married and all this other kind of stuff.
Nope.
But
Nasty.
Because that's illegal.
if you are going to do something like this, my suggestion would be to leave town.
Why?
Where your
and be
family
cousins
is.
in another city?
Where your
Yeah,
family
if you want
is.
to live that life.
Yeah, if you want to live that life.
But I'm a family person, so why would I want to leave my family?
So you just want to be out and out with your cousin?
You sleeping with your first cousin, you already out.
But that's my point. If you left town and did it, it's your secret.
So both of y'all mysteriously leave town.
No, not both of us, because one of us could have left first and the other one could have followed
Or leave
later.
together and say,
Or
we
leave
outta here
together.
because
We
y'all
just
don't
moving.
agree with what
We
we
moving.
did.
We leaving. Why?
And neither one of you marry, and God forbid you don't have children.
Well, if they get married, their
children,
plan
I
is
got
to start a
2
family. They're going to eventually start
And that's
a
why
family.
incest is illegal.
I
That's
would
why
believe.
incest is illegal. They can't get married. That's illegal. They can't get married. That's illegal.
But see, my thing is, if they would have left town, they could have got married.
No,
But
they
didn't.
couldn't.
They could. They could.
In their minds.
No, yes, they could have. Why couldn't they? Because if they didn't tell, if they did not tell that they were cousins, they would have been married.
And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. It's not a suggestion. I'm just telling you, don't do it. Don't bring a baby into this world.
Say that again.
They're first cousins, which means their babies are gonna have birth defects.
Aldo said Jerry Lee Lewis did it. No opinion.
It's Jerry Lee Lewis.
His lips folded in.
It's Jerry Lee Lewis.
Mm-hmm. But my point is if they would have left town and never told anybody that they were cousins, they would have been married. It's just that they stayed home. The only reason why
this is not the first time this has happened.
No, it's not. This is the only reason why this is a story now is
it.
because they came out to their families that they are in love and they want to get married.
Let me see this
They're
nasty
really
ass
not
picture.
in love.
I'm not even judging you.
You said they
But
got in love.
When did this relationship start?
Well, let me finish and then I'll show you the picture. Two cousins who
And
said
you
they are in
stole a
love with
notebook.
each other have created an online petition
Is that my
calling.
notebook?
No, it's not your notebook. Why would this be your notebook?
You stole a notebook too.
I'm gonna get you to focus on yourself tonight. Each other and created an online petition calling for the state of Utah to allow them to get legally married. My first cousin and I have been in love with each other our whole lives.
That's
but
why
we
I
are
said
prohibited
that
from
when did it
marrying.
start?
They sick.
They have been prohibited from marrying in the state of Utah where they live. I'm trying to see if he has the same last name.
It doesn't matter. They're first cousins.
Yep.
They may not have the same name because one might be the
No, but
uncle
what I'm
child and
saying
one may
is
be
if
the
they
aunt
don't have the
child.
same last name, if like I said, if they had moved away, there could have been a different.
It would have
they
still
could
been illegal. It's illegal in the United States to marry within your family.
Not if you don't know.
But they're first cousins. It's not like people got to think
If they
about
was living
it.
in Utah and they moved to South Dakota, no one knows them as
So
cousins.
they're going to have a wedding
still nasty.
and the family just going to be like...
The family would not be
not
invited.
gonna have a
You don't have to invite your family to your wedding.
The uncle family sit on this side and the aunt family sit on this side. Like,
No, they don't have to come. They don't have to be there. Send the motherfuckers a gift basket.
What's their name? It's going to be really disgusting if they got the same last
They don't have to come.
name. This brother family...
We gotta go to
sit over
break.
here and this
We
brother
over
family sit
already
over here.
anyway. We'll be right back.
The paternal side sit on this side and the maternal side sit on this side.
another, we share the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I mean, they've been in love their whole lives. I mean, we still talking about these cousins. Welcome back. The couple's goal is to to get 1,000 signatures as of Wednesday morning. About 75 people have signed on.
Who are they that signed it? Who are they?
Well, 70, I don't know. They don't have a list.
They go with their cousin.
Oh no, his name is Michael Lee. So again, if they were Michael Lee and Angela Pang would have left town.
What you're saying, if nobody
this really
knew,
wouldn't have been a headline,
knew, right?
Because they wouldn't have had to tell anybody that they was related.
But their family would have reported it.
Not if they did not know, because they could have got married on the low and never told anyone.
And they just living with each other.
Oh, the only thing they tell us their tax returns.
So their children, nieces, and
marriage is really nobody's business.
But it's public knowledge.
It's not public knowledge
So
if
when
you
your
were
child-
not
when your
invited and I did not tell you. The only reason you would know if I was married, the only reason why you knew I was married is because I told you, because y'all not invited.
So when your child is born with a third foot, and they do the DNA and the blood work and realize
I'm going to say that
are
I
y'all
forgot
related?
I'm going to say, well, Michael Lee told me he never got vaccinated. Now I'll just explain why he got this third foot.
But they go do the blood work and realize y'all are the same DNA.
You just did what? Only 6 states. Only 6 states ban marriages between first cousins.
Is Maryland one of them?
Probably not.
Is Maryland one of them?
Because we got Essex and Dundalk.
No, he's looking it up. No, it doesn't matter if Maryland is one of them. No one here is marrying their cousins, okay?
You probably would.
24 states ban first cousin marriages.
They should.
First cousin marriages. That is fucking disgusting. What about your second, third? What about your family in general?
Just leave your whole family alone.
Well, somebody, you never know. I mean, we're all related at some point.
Well, let it be at that point. Because I don't want to.
Well, I'm not marrying you, cousin, okay? God damn it. I'm just telling you that we're all.
So that sounds like you justified it, like you've been here
I'm not
before.
justifying. I'm justifying it for
You've
them.
been here before.
I am justifying it for them because they're already in love. They're already engaged in doing this.
Have you secretly fell in love with a family member?
I've never.
A second cousin?
And I will never.
A third
I've actually
cousin?
never even had an attraction for anybody in my family.
I wouldn't even let it get there.
Because they not light enough for you.
I have a family full of, you see my family, they're full of light-skinned people. What do you mean?
But they not Puerto Rican, Dominican Republic light-skinned.
I don't get your point.
I do.
I want you to make a point, and that what it done me.
I actually did.
I am justifying this for them. I'm trying to justify it
Why?
for them.
You going to hell?
They're going to hell. I'm not going to hell. I want them off the market. There's something wrong with this family set, and they need to be together.
But they're going to breed and have children.
But that's their problem.
Yes, but you want a child to be born with father leg.
You're not stopping them from breeding at this moment right now. You're just trying to stop them from marrying. What's the point of doing that? That's like them stopping you from being
Where they live at? Where they live at?
I don't even care.
I don't even. Where do they live?
That's like stopping you from being with your gay lover.
Nobody can.
Nobody stopped you from.
With your being,
Let me invite somebody to this right now.
Why would you try to stop them from being with their homo?
That's what I said. Whatever, whoever. But I think cousin is like where we gotta draw the line.
Get your lame ass off of here. You don't need to be in here, bitch. Oh, sorry.
He don't have any other outlet. He's not allowed to leave his cell.
Oh my goodness.
What state they live in?
Utah.
Like I said, they do all of that's where they have the whole families, and they got 26 wives, and they murder the children. They do all that in Utah.
Have you seen the sister wives? No, not the sister wives.
The traveling
the Amish reality show. Oh, there's a reality show for the Amish. It is the most hilarious shit in the world. Please watch it. The Amish life.
Report these nuts. Oh, I'm sorry. Focus on this. I gotta.
That's somebody that murdered their cousin, probably. You doing it to your cousin?
You said you gonna report me like this ain't a fucking radio station, you asshole.
Report who about?
What is he saying? Why is he gonna report?
I don't know. Whatever. I like giving people time on Be Exposed Radio.
I just said Juju.
Don't do it. Then he gonna be messaging all the shows.
Go ahead.
No, nigga, cause you about to leave.
Message the Artist Exchange radio show.
I wish he would. I'm gonna call right to that penitentiary. Restrict those rights.
So why? But where was I? It doesn't make a difference at this point because,
I'm thinking about children. They're whatever they doing is what they doing, but they're gonna bring a child into this world, and that's disgusting.
Oh, you definitely got no more rap.
They shouldn't even be together.
He showed you penises?
No, I'm white, lame black people.
Oh my God! He's definitely dating.
He said lame black people. I'm white, lame black people.
He probably having sex with his aunt.
Oh, yeah, okay, let's move on. He doesn't matter.
He's probably doing it to his aunt.
Mama.
Disgusting.
This is him. Matter of fact, he just got in the room. Look, I'm trying to defend you. You can marry her if you want to.
Oh, that's him?
That's disgusting.
Oh, well, I still think it's disgusting.
It ain't my fault your baby gonna have a third eye and can't see the future.
And 2 heads.
Baby. That was on point, Aldo. That was on point. Get your baby. Yes. All right, let's move on. Did you pick a story? Y'all never told me.
I said the commissioner.
The commissioner. We already talked about him. Let's do
the last one.
Charlotte Roos was one of my stories.
It's just so damn disrespectful.
That's the way. You know, he really wanted me to focus on that one in the first. And look, it didn't even print out. Damn.
But you know the story.
I don't. I really don't.
You do know the story.
No, I really
Oral
don't.
sex attempt. That's when the person was giving head and the person was taking a medication and they almost had an allergic reaction from the medication.
Y'all gotta be kidding.
That's why I said, why would you call it that?
I'm trying to figure out if I left it on the printer though.
You had another you had another video.
That would not be okay because I don't know why it's not here.
Tracy Jenkins video.
Gotta go in early.
Huh?
Tracy Jenkins video. You had another
That's the
video?
last thing we're going to do tonight. That's the PSA.
Well, Jussie Smollett is always open door.
I'm sorry, that one.
Jussie Smollett.
Oh, okay. Aldo's request is do the one about the 3-year-old with the STDs.
That's it, too.
That's probably their child.
Nate, what is wrong with you?
Because stuff like that make me mad. Why is you having sex with your cousin?
Can we get serious for a second?
It wasn't nobody else in your neighborhood?
Like I said, all these people in
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's a whole village of family.
Well, then you should have moved.
Right.
It's in Utah, of all places.
And that's what they did.
Do it to the animal.
Have you ever met anybody from Utah?
Yeah, but do it to the animal.
have?
Yeah. I mean, when you went on college campus, it's people from everywhere.
And they all got pictures of their families in their phone.
Do it to one of the farm animals or somebody. Like, not
anybody but your
that's the one that's the bestiality. This is the one that wants them to do.
Because that's you clearly have a problem. I can
What is
put you
the
in a
problem
house.
to you? Why is this not a problem?
But you telling them to go secretly get married and procreate.
Because that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do.
But it's not right. They gotta draw the line right.
That child will have so many disabilities.
From having their own relationship that's already in
Yes,
place.
but they are first cousins, which means their
they have
parents
already
are
had
siblings.
Sex. done. It's nothing you can do about taking that back.
I hope this is one of the stories
They
where
can move and learn from
where
it.
their parents were like,
move where? They've done it already. They're going to remember it for the rest of their lives. They've done it multiple times. They probably already got a baby that they're holding in a box.
But I hope it's one of those stories where like one of their parents is married into the family and is really an in-law and not like a
That
blood.
would be different. It would be bad, but that would be different.
Yeah, it's still sick, but I can understand. I'm just thinking about a child being born, and that's a bloodline, and we know blood. That's a.
Well, don't think about that child being born. They just want to get married. They ain't ready to have kids.
They already having sex.
Maybe that's why they don't have a baby, because it's not matching.
And it may not.
They got the same part.
Right, it's like this.
It may not match.
The inside is recognizing that this is a family member.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. They're already doing this. Why not just let them seal the deal so they can move on away from us?
I would fight. I would.
Now I agree with you with that. They probably done did everything under the sun.
It's nothing we can do about this no more. They already have committed to what they want to do. Whether you, and then again, whether we say they can get married or not, they are together, period.
But I don't think they're going to be
Let me see if this is the...
I don't know why y'all hold this daggone marriage thing so sacred in life.
Oh, I do not. You can make me jump up my chair now.
That's his single bitter self talking now.
Truly.
Utah.
My single bitter self. That's cute. That's cute. We're going to deal with you a little later now. All right. So, all right. And then, are we done with this?
Yeah,
because I want to get serious. Hold on.
But the 3-year-old, we have to be serious.
Because he looks so familiar, but I have no idea who this person is.
That's the person who did it?
Did they get the person? I'm going to say, did they get
got
him? I don't really have a lot to say.
Doctors, a 26-year-old Texas man has been arrested after he allegedly admitted raping a 3-year-old girl, infecting her with 2 STDs.
Damn.
The toddler contracted chlamydia and gonorrhea after being attacked by Drayvon Alexander Perkins in Houston in January. The victim's mother took her to the hospital after noticing discharge in her diaper. Oh God, a doctor diagnosed the child with the 2 sexually transmitted diseases, which sparked a police investigation. So,
what are you investigating?
Where it came from.
So in Utah, sidebar, only if both parties are 65 years or older, or both are 55 or older, was a district court finding of
he wanted to go back to talking about the couple
because that made me nauseous. That make me sick.
That made me.
Yes. So they got to be at least one of them has to be 65 or
after childbearing age. So that's what they're saying.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's okay long as you don't procreate. That's what they're saying.
And then what if they already got 5 kids? What if they already got 5 kids? The girl never said who her baby father was. And they already got 5 kids.
Right.
And it seems like all the states.
Utah life.
Oh my God.
She said that's Utah life.
Those states, it is. Where they had those.
They about to sue your
flyover state.
Right.
I said it.
They gonna sue your state.
Different states where.
Can I get back to the story we're actually talking about?
We went back and said sidebar. We went back.
Like, how did
he did sidebar. Can we?
I did. That was just a sidebar. I had to say that. And there's 6 other states that have the same rule. But that right there, because that's disgusting to me.
I get it. I get. Move on.
And nobody's saying anything. No other family member said it. That's disgusting.
Go ahead, move on. Go ahead. What'd you say?
But something like this is disturbing. So this man was who to this child? Who was this child?
I think you're back on the story.
Yeah.
I thought you was getting ready to say something else about this daggone couple. He reportedly said
infatuated.
he attacked.
I hope that shit on your work for
Stop! I want to clean my face off.
Ooh, that oral sex. I hope it's right on the top of the printer. The first.
I think it's on my printer in my office. He reportedly said he attacked the child while her mother was at work. Records also show that Perkins has the same STDs the girl contracted. So that's kind of linking the situation.
Well, I missed it again. So who is he to her?
Okay, wait.
Like, is that the mother's boyfriend or an uncle?
It has to because it doesn't say it's her father. And he must have been the babysitter. Perkins,
like, you normally got an instinct in your stomach about certain people, and she didn't have that instinct.
It says during a polygraph test, Perkins allegedly admitted to raping the girl while high on drugs. Perkins is facing the charge of super aggravated sexual assault.
So this is the babysitter, and you let somebody who get high watch your child?
See, I don't want to make a joke out of this, but what makes
That's not funny.
what makes it super?
Read it again.
What makes what?
It's super aggravated sexual assault.
Right,
because
he probably penetrated the baby.
Because the baby's under 5.
God.
No, I think because he penetrated the baby.
That makes it super. Whatever.
Right, but that's
kill him.
Because sexual, I mean,
and you infected someone with an STD.
He was booked into
Bexar
County Jail on $100,000 bail. So I'm sure he's still there because I don't know who would
keep him.
What is 1%? So that's probably like $1,000.
Who won't post it for him? Huh?
Probably so. If she let a junkie fucking watch her child.
10%.
Exactly.
No, it's 1%. It's not 10%. It's 1%. When you pay, it's 1%. I've been through this twice.
But who's bailing them out?
I say might be
anybody
God.
can bail them out.
Well, this ain't R. Kelly.
It's normally more.
We talk about him. Who's bailing him out?
Probably his mother.
She's
or another family member.
He need to stay there.
Yeah.
Because he admitted it. Why would you bail him out? For what? He's going back.
I'm not saying they did, but if they did, it'd be one. The percentage gets higher when you go through a bail bonding. But when you pay directly, the bail is dirt cheap. Like for a $10,000, I think it's no bail.
Yeah. Well, I think that.
It's like
but I think that also depends on the state. This is Texas. I think it's still 10%.
Yeah, but you still can. Like, I can go to bail you out. Yeah, I can go in any state. I can bail you out. Bail
anybody can bail anybody out.
Bail bondsmen normally are used because they can go through the paperwork, and it's a tedious process for somebody, as an average person, to go bail somebody out. And most people don't know I can.
Did I hear you say it's time for a break? Because I don't want you in there asleep. I had to go back to calling you Andre. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's more on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, Andre.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the On the Come Up radio show.
But I meant you tried to slap. So you want to stick on that? But anyway, slap walk.
You taking slut walks now? What is going on?
Can I have some of that wine?
That's funny.
Not with the cup.
I don't know.
I got my cup right here, babe.
Where that wine, bro?
I can't.
Yo, Bob. But no, I don't. Y'all not convincing me.
But that was never my mission. That was never my mission. This is not even the show to try to convince anybody on. Have you seen the past episode?
You voted for Hillary. You voted for people.
You didn't vote for anybody.
And I'm telling you that. I stand on that. I don't see no.
You stand on your
ignorance.
That's
the whole. Yes.
Good.
Wow. Because you can't educate me.
You can't educate yourself
because I'm not a teacher.
Well, I am a
Shut up.
teacher.
I'm an
And I'm
informer.
telling you, you can't give somebody that's
I'm a
not
teacher.
receptive.
If I know something, I can.
Yeah, but if you're not being receptive,
or give you a reason.
we started with who was running for a governor. You didn't even know who the man was.
It don't matter.
So why would I teach you anything?
Because you can't. I don't believe you can. I don't believe you're informed. I told you.
I don't believe
You don't believe we are informed? Are you kidding?
Ceremony.
You don't believe we are informed?
Y'all do it for fun.
No,
basically.
let's go back to that statement. You said you don't believe
it don't
we.
really do nothing.
You don't believe we.
Especially for black
You
men.
don't believe we, the media company that you are in its studios, are informed.
Voting? No, voting is a fallacy.
Are you kidding? Are you?
But you can't put your
nothing to do with us. Are you damn stupid?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Like the things that they was like, they were making him. So the fact that last year he was convicted. Mm-hmm. So so they are saying you are a liar, you are a criminal, but he's a criminal because of who he was working for. Mm-hmm. So none of that makes a difference to them. They just going to discredit him. Mm-hmm. But in discrediting him, that means he is guilty, not even by association. He is guilty because I was his personal lawyer. And all these things.
The operative word too was also he was his fixer.
No, but did you realize what he got convicted for?
Line of Congress.
Right, not even line of Congress, but the money issue. Mm-hmm. He set up a separate line of credit to get the money to pay Stormy Daniels. Mm-hmm. And this whole time, that's what he got in trouble for. So he lied in setting up the account. So that is what he has gotten arrested for. And now they're trying to make him seem like the criminal he is. And he admitted, I'm sorry.
I did this.
But it was just their responses.
I did this for him.
So I went through each one of them doing their, crossing of him. Mm-hmm. And it was just their remarks. I didn't even have to look at the screen. They basically were saying, why are
we listening to a liar?
Right, and they were going one by one.
We elected you, you lie all the time.
And you sitting there lying. Mm-hmm. Like he started his argument with, I've arrested several men like you. Like, you really...
So just to recap, Nate has finally caught up on Michael Cohen.
But I watched the whole thing, though. I was watching like snippets of it. But I was like, let me just watch the whole thing. And it was just their responses. That is scary that these people are really the people. These are senators. Right. Senators are really running out.
Those are
right. The representatives are just, that's just decency and order. Pomp and circumstance of representatives. Senators are the people running this country. And I couldn't even. It was scary to me. Because when the man said, liar, liar, pants on fire, that was like halfway through. I was like, I just wasted all these hours of my life. I can't get this back. That's people that's running our country.
Games. They were being they were showboating.
Yeah,
in that entire hearing.
TV, all of it.
I don't know why we would even need this hearing. We could be talking about border protection. And
right.
Somebody did say something. We could be multitasking. Something on those
They could be.
lines.
They said that we could be talking about water protection. That we could be talking about education and all this other kind of stuff.
But it was a clear.
They don't want to do oversight on this president. That's the problem.
Yep.
And they would defend. It was as if he was like making the president seem so bad, as if he's did something illegal. If what he is getting into, they was making it seem like that was his personal. Well, it was his personal account, but they was making it seem like it was his debt. And
I'm actually out of time, and we could do this next Tuesday because I feel that you're passionate about this. But I want to go ahead to the PSA that the lovely, magical black Negro. What's her name?
Oh, you're racist. Let me get out of here. That is racist.
What is it?
Magical Negro.
The magical Negro, Tracy Biggets, the PSA on black men.
Who is Tracy Biggets?
And it was basically about the double. I'm trying to remember what it was about. The double standard.
Well, our first post was she can't see how people are defending R. Kelly.
Right.
But a lot of men then, and me being one of them, responded to her page. It's not fair that you just made a general statement about men.
Mhm.
And this response was her rebuttal, like, I'm not blaming all men. There are some good men out there, but yeah, this was the rebuttal to people responding.
To her first post.
Right, to her first post about
All right. And this is the one I actually like because I didn't see the first one. I wish I would have looked at the first one too.
It wasn't a video. It was a
post.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here it is. Tracy Jiggets, the Magical Negro.
Like you about to start performing. Tracy is good. You gotta love.
What is she, like a blogger? Who is she? She from here? She from another state?
Aldo.
She from?
She used to have a radio show.
It says Skype.
It's number 9.
You have to
That's the wrong one. It's 2 number 9s.
How y'all doing? Hello world. My name is Tracy Jiggets. I am your magical Negro, your gangster goddess, all things love, all things light. And I'm here with a word from the colored section because y'all be tripping. I got something to say. So I'm gonna do this quick, but this is in reference to Kells, to Michael Jackson, to what's the other one? Bill Cosby's ass. Look here. There is absolutely an attack on the black man, period. There is, I do not question that in any way, shape, or form. In America especially, but all over the world, men of color have a target on their backs. That is just truth. So I understand where you're coming from when you make that statement. Oh, y'all falling in line. They just trying to tear another black man down. Well, nigga, what's new? They've been tearing black men down since the beginning of time. My only response to all of this, I guess we're supposed to let them go and we're not supposed to be mad. Like, we're not supposed to be upset. We're supposed to say, oh yeah, you messing with the little girls. Yeah, you drugging women, but yo, you a black man and you doing something. So as the black delegation just supposed to let everything pass? Because to me, it's that this is how we got in this situation. And this is how these predators are able to operate, because they know they will be protected by their community, even when the community knows that they are doing wrong. I have a short story that speaks to this. I used to work in a Jewish doctor's office, right? Beautiful Jewish doctor, a great man. I appreciated his whole life, but everyone in that office did not look like me. And all of them looked at me as if I was something wrong, like as if look, this black girl magic just tore their spirit up. They didn't like me. I knew they didn't like me. As time went on, they found little ways, little microaggressions to let me know that they didn't like me. But this is what I came in with. They don't like me. I also came in late every damn day. If you know me, you understand that this is my story. This is my song, child, because I be late, I be rushing, but then I don't have no time to be rushing. So you're going to see me when you see me. So I was late every day. At some point, the office manager, who I know could not stand the fact that I was breathing her air, you hear me? She called me into the office to tell me that they would have to let me go. And they would have to let me go because of my lateness. Well, a young Tracy walked out of there. F them. They don't like me. This is an attack on my spirit, an attack on my soul. Oh, and I want to yell about this attack. I got a word. But then somebody came to me with a word. You were late every day. You gave them the ammunition to take you out. Y'all hear that word? The fact that they are black men and we are under attack does not take away from the fact that they were doing wrong, and it needs to be addressed. So yes, the media is having a field day, but what else do we expect? So you want us to say, oh, it's a black man, let's not believe it, let's not listen, close your ears. But that's exactly why we are living the way we are living, because everybody's quiet and letting the predators operate underneath, because we're going to protect you. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And it puts all of us in danger. I could give a damn less about the whole agenda of the white people if the very black people who are supposed to be my protectors, the very black men who are supposed to love on me, are the ones who are hurting me. That is a whole issue, y'all. And it has nothing to do with this agenda to bring down black men. Because if you didn't give them any ammunition, they would have nothing to go on. As well as, can we celebrate all the black men that's not in the news? Like, and then y'all want to keep bringing up, well, what about Harvey? Look, Harvey has his day too. And obviously you all are not reading news and you're only watching what is targeted to you, because there have been documentaries, tons of documentaries. I watch them all the time on the Catholic Church. Tons of documentaries on Harvey, on Woody, and people talking in interviews. It's out there if you choose to look for it. But your excuse about R. Kelly cannot be, what about Woody? What about Harvey? What about no? What about this situation? What about is wrong? What about let's stop it? Period. We always worried about what the white man doing. Yeah, he after us. But when you give him ammunition, when you give him stuff to put in his guns to take you away, that's what's going to happen. So all I'm saying is, wrong is wrong, right is right. If you're drugging women's, if you're raping women's, if you're doing it to underage women's, stop it. Because when you get found out, you can't yell, oh, they just bringing all the black men down. Don't give them the ammunition. Don't give them the ammunition. Don't give them the ammunition. Yes, it's hard to be a famous black man. Famous black man, please keep your shit together. Please keep your stuff together. If you are doing something wrong and you know you need help, seek help. Seek love. Seek something else, but you cannot continue to be a predator. And it's a new day. Thank you for listening. Stop playing with me, because y'all be tripping.